YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy BryanBlendz. In this video, we're gonna be doing a high fade. I know it's been a minute. I've been uploading, shorts a lot, but I think the shorts are over. I feel like they're overplayed. I'm doing it too much. So we're gonna be doing a high fade, as you can see in the first clip. So you want to stick around and learn something new. If you do learn something new, go ahead and give it a like, comment, share this video. So to start off, I like to start off with I like to debulk first. And my favorite debulking, guard, I guess you could say, is the number 2 close. So basically with all my haircuts, I do number 2 close and then I start fading. So with my first guideline, it's going to be with our clipper all the way closed. And we're just going to set our first initial guideline for our high fade. I'm also only going to be doing, one side of the haircut, not both, just because both of the side is going to be the same thing. Nothing changes, same steps and everything. So I don't feel like, y'all want to see the next side. I think the video is going to be too long. So make sure to get everything nice and bald. So for our first initial guideline, I like to set my guidelines, fairly big, like kind of fingers width. I didn't mean to flip y'all off right there, but fingers width, I don't like short, skinny guidelines. I feel like from far away, so setting like thin guidelines is just going to make your fade more compressed, and setting bigger ones is going to make your fade more stretched out. So in my opinion, with, compressed fades, they look nice close up, but once you like see it from a distance, it just looks kind of, like a bowl cut. I don't like that, I don't like seeing a bowl cut from far away, but when you get closer, it looks like, a nice fade, I guess you could say. So with big guidelines, first off, you could blend easier with big guidelines because you have more room to work with and more blending space. And also when you see it from far away, it actually looks like a nice blend instead of, being a bowl. So that's why I like setting my guidelines pretty big. Okay, now for our next guideline, it's going to be the number 1 all the way open. And just like the last guideline, we're going to make it pretty big, about fingers width, making our guideline pretty, nice and stretched out. We're going to make all our guidelines, and then after that, we're going to blend down after that. So in my opinion, that's like, in my opinion, the best way to fade, just because it doesn't push your fade all the way up, and you get to control your fade when you're fading down, in my opinion. One of my goals this year is just to upload more videos. I feel like last year, I didn't upload as much videos as I would like to. I've been more active on TikTok as well. If you want to follow me at BryanBlendz_. I've been uploading, mostly every day. So for our third guard and our final guard is gonna be the number 2 all the way open. So if y'all remember, we did a number 2 close to debulk, and now we're gonna do a number 2 open, and just go a little bit higher than that, just so we can make a small guideline right there, as you can see at the very top. It's real subtle, but it's there. But we just want to go a little bit higher for that high fade. Now to take off that very top guideline, not the middle one, but the very top one, we're going to have our 1.5 halfway. And then after we tap that line, we're going to close it all the way and then tap that line again. With my half guards, like the 1.5 and the 0 guard or 0.5 guard, I like to have them halfway and close. I don't really open them up all the way, just because I feel like it's a waste of time. I don't think it's necessary. So now for the middle line that you see right there, we're going to get our 1 guard closed this time and just tap at that line, just making it softer for our next guard to come in and take it out. This guard would not take that line out. It's just going to soften it up for our next guard, which is going to be our half guard. Just use your corners here, just tap at that line, make it softer. And I also have the Faber blade on here, the Gamma Faber blade. And I ain't gonna lie, that's my favorite blade so far. I've never used a better blade than that. So right here, we're gonna come in with our half guard halfway and tap at that middle line. So what you wanna do is go up to the line, and you gotta go higher than that line, okay? So you gotta go up to the line, go barely higher, and flick out, just so you can blend the line, you know? Like I said, we're gonna come in with it closed, halfway, and then closed right under it. So, and it will make a small, line on top, which is okay. We're gonna come back with our one guard and clean it up, but it's okay to make a small line on top. So now we're gonna attack that line with our one, and I did come up all the way open on my lever. So we're gonna come in lever open and just detail it. And as we go down in the fade, we're gonna close the lever up. So I believe here is all the way open still. And as we get lower to that middle line, we'll close it up. So right here, I think it's halfway now. Just using corners. I don't really use my whole blade in this process. So use your corners, and you'll, like you see right now, it's just blending out slowly. So now we're gonna grab our trimmer, whatever trimmer you have, whatever trimmer you like to debulk with. We're gonna get it and bald everything out that we did with the clipper closed. The clipper closed isn't gonna get it as close as you want it for the shaver to come over it. So we gotta get the trimmer and get it as close to skin as possible for the shaver to come in and shave it all good without irritation to the client or discomfort to the client. So now it's gonna be our shaver, shaving everything down. You don't want to go all the way up to the line. You don't want to make a harsh guideline or harsh line that you're not gonna be able to take out. So just go up to like barely below the line, and that small line that you leave, just flick down with your shaver, and it will get it out easy. Don't overthink it. Okay, so now we're gonna come in and attack that very last line. But first, we're gonna come in with our lever all the way open, no guard. And I don't really attack the line with this process. I just go up in detail. I like to detail before I take off that bottom line. No reason behind it. It's just my process. So I like to come in with the blade open and just point cut every little dark spot that I see and just perfect the blend before I take off the very bottom line that y'all see right there. So right now I'm just detailing, just point cutting everything I see. I'm excited for this year, man. I'm gonna come crazy with the content. I'm gonna start recording every day, and I'm at least bringing 2-3 videos a week. So that's my goal for this year. I'm trying to level up my content. So now we have it slightly closed, 75% open, and now we're kind of tapping at that line. We're still going pretty high and using our corners, but we did close it a little bit, just going right below it, right below where we left off with the blade open, and right above that guideline that y'all see right there. So now I'm gonna close it a little bit more. It's almost closed, not quite though. And now we're gonna actually start attacking that line, and with the lever at this height is gonna pretty much almost take that line out. It's gonna soften that line up pretty well for that blade close to come in and take that line fully out. As you can see, like that's taking the line out pretty nice. And now we're gonna do after that is get our clipper closed and take that line out fully. But y'all can see it's blending out pretty nice. I like blending, you know, down instead of up. It just, the blade comes out really smooth and nice. So I'd rather fade down than up, in my opinion. It's a better option. But maybe for like beginner barbers, I think maybe, I don't know about fading down, because, you know, people do get lost in the fade. So I tend to, well, new barbers, I think, tend to, you know, fade up. But in my opinion, they don't go high enough, which is my problem too. When I first started cutting hair, I was scared to go up. You know, if you think you're going high enough, you aren't, as a beginner barber. So we just lined up the edge right there, you know, prepping it. So now we're going to clip it over comb, and we still haven't used the clipper close, okay? So that's why that line is still there. We still haven't used it. We'll come back after I clipper over comb and take that line out. So first we're going to clip over comb, take off that overhang hair. With clipper over comb, you just want to pull the hair out, make sure the teeth are facing straight up, and clipper over comb everything else that comes out the comb. Now we're going to detail one more time with the blade open, play with our lever, or what did I just say? Play with our lever, and just detail the fade, you know? So now you can see it's looking real blurry. We're going to take our one guard now and just detail a little bit more. Like I said, I love detailing before I take out that last line. It's just my process. I like doing it. It's what I feel comfortable with. So now to finally take out that last line after we detailed. So now it's going to be the clipper closed. We're just gonna flick at that line, you know, it's nothing complicated. You're just flicking that line out. You might create a small line on top of that. It's not a big problem. You can just open the lever a little bit and go up a little bit more, you know. It's not a big problem. You're gonna be able to take that line out pretty nicely and pretty easy. So now I did open the lever up a little bit right here. It's going a little bit higher right there. Going a little bit higher, just because it did create like that small line right there you see right there. And it's okay, you know, you could take it out easy. Just open the lever up a little bit and you should be fine. Doing detail work now with our corner of the blade, not really using the whole blade. Detail work is just your own, you know, you do your own, like, no, you can't, there's not specific steps with detailing. It's just you and, you know, your own. You just look at the fade and see any dark spots that you want to point out and point cut. You know, it's nothing, there's no steps to detailing really. It's kind of like a freestyle, you know. There's no guard that will, you know, detail your fade. You do whatever you want. Do whatever you feel like that, you know, will take any line out, any dark spots out. So it's kind of like a freestyle. So it's all up to you. There's a half guard now, halfway. Doing some more detail work. Now guys, I forgot to do the lineup, but here's the finished product. All right guys, this is the haircut. I didn't do the lineup on camera, I forgot, my bad. But there's the fade right here. On the lineup, just start on one side, go to the other, make it straight. You already know.